district, in Odisha. So, by a youth group and some adolescent boys group. And so the story is very long, then how they struggle to form an organization, to have started with literature and then social work. So it is a struggle from we started from scratch, no knowledge about the social work, no funds for the work, no ideas what to do, and there is nobody to guide also. So gradually we started our journey in 1985 gradually, and after our completing our studies, we focused our focused work started in 1990. Since then, we have been operating in focusing on women livelihood. That is almost at present we are working in 8 districts of Odisha. 4 are tribal districts and 4 are coastal districts. So, talking about the livelihood promotion, since we have a long experience with working with the women on their livelihood, there are major 2-3 sectors where we work. That one is agriculture, and another is craft, and livestock rearing is we include it under agriculture. So there are major 2 sectors. So. Uh, because we choose these sectors that which are the livelihood augmentation activities that the women can take, can manage. Uh, so before working there, a little background, we have found about 1,200 self-help groups, then started promoting enterprise amongst them, this agriculture and craft-based enterprises among them. And now we provide all kinds of linkages like forward backward linkages, skilling, and design development in terms of craft, or in agriculture, that how scientific agriculture they can do, organic farming practice. So that is how they're with the nature and conservation of water. So those are the areas. Taking those into consideration, we study the area, what are the resources, and what are the practice and the culture of that particular tribal area. I am focusing now on tribal areas. 2-3 districts we are working. They are mainly, we work with Kondh tribe. In Odia, it is called Kondha. And another tribe is there. Other tribes are there, but this is the major tribe in Kandhamal area, Kandhamal Fulbani area. And another tribe is Juang tribe, where we are working in Venkana and bordering Keonjhar district. As they are Juangs, they are VTG groups, and those districts are also aspirational districts. So our approach has been to focus some villages in this particular tribal area and do, sorry, anybody asking any question? Hello? Is there a question or somebody asking a question? Or?
No, please continue.
Hello?
Please continue, Mr. Kedareswar. Someone must have mistakenly turned on.
Okay. Little bit study, not a formal study, little bit study about the people, their culture, and their source of income, and their education, their health, little bit of secondary study from secondary sources, and visiting frequently to the area, and discuss with the panchayats, discuss with the village people, discuss with the women self-help groups, discuss with the Anganwadi, discuss with the ASA, discuss with the CRP. So those kind of things we engage at least 6 months in that area, in that target area, and know what is the actual situation. And knowing the situation, we try to discuss with them in different groups what kind of solutions, livelihood solutions they can make, mainly the self-help groups and the CRPs and Anganwadis. What kind of livelihood solutions they can do, whether it is a main solution, or whether it is an additional, whether it is income augmentation, or whether it is income generation. So we found that the women they work hard in the tribal areas. These tribal people, tribal women, so works hard. She has to do the household chore. She has to go to the jungle. She has to go to the jungle for collecting some uh, uh, food, maybe fruits and other things, and the firewood also. She has to bring the water from different distant place. So it is a struggle for the women to manage the household chore in addition to do some kind of no, livestock rearing. So we found that livestock rearing is the suitable to the women. And what is the income? When we asked about what is the income of these livestock sources, they cannot say actually. They cannot calculate what is the income source, because the male people might have gone to work into a distant place, or they must have migrated out, and the women and the children are at home, and the older people are at home. So the calculation of income, because of their illiteracy and low literacy, so they are not able to calculate. But when we calculate, sitting with him, engaged with him, how much liters of milk you get, how much goat you sell in a year, so that kind of literacy, financial literacy, we also discuss with them. So gradually we finalize that this kind of solutions will be helpful to them. So mainly the livestock rearing and uh, organic farming, because they don't have very big lands, so very small patches of lands, and we focus concentrated on vegetable farming through organic practice. And in the process, some donor agencies have supported us, sometimes NABARD, then another agency is Civia, another and other agencies are there. They are supporting in a small projects. So we two things we focus. One is livestock based income generation, and second aspect is organic vegetable cultivation. So those kind of practices we have started in the tribal with the tribal women, uh, because they will not have to work hard, because livestock rearing they are accustomed to, but to increasing their size of income, size of their business. Maybe somebody is having 10 uh, 10 poultry, 10 number of poultry wards, but and we try to no, make her an entrepreneur by adding more number of poultry birds. And again, the poultry birds, selecting the poultry birds, one is desi and another is broiler. But we are not promoting the broiler over there, but mainly the desi, but the varieties which produce more. And we are promoting a breed called Croiler, which is providing the eggs, which lay eggs, as well as they can be used as meat. So that is for the dual purpose. We are promoting that thing in particularly in the Juang tribes of the thing. So that is one aspect, and second aspect is organic farming. Organic farming approach is SSGs. They are doing this loan and taking loan from banks, and but we never found any enterprise with that loan. So what we did that we trained them in preparing this organic manure and organic pesticide. So the locally available plants, locally available cow dung, cow urine, and some bitter leaves, we try we train them in preparing organic manure and organic pesticide and how to apply it, the process of applying it, and the quantity, how to apply in what quantity. So those kind of training we provide to the women group. And we have found the FIGs, farmers interest groups, in each village. The women assisted with us because there are self-help groups are there, all types of women are there, but the women who are particularly doing this poultry and organic farming. So we have small groups we have formed over there. We have regular meeting with our outreach staff, and they discuss on continuously discuss on what is the improvement, how they can more income will be there, how they will be united, what knowledge they have got, what are the new knowledges, scientific knowledges. So this kind of discussions we continuously engage with them and we discuss with them so that we get to know whether these kind of solutions are actually helping them or what else can be done. And second thing is whether they are comfortable with this thing or they have it is putting another kind of drudgery to them. And because in tribal areas there are problem of liquor problem is there. Most of the male people they drink the local thing. So our approach is how the women empowerment can take place. Food security, nutrition will be there. Second thing is that the drudgery of the women should not be increased; it should be reduced. And third thing is that how the women should have the no, managing the money, that capacity. We found that even the money is deposited in the bank account of the women, the ATM card is with the male member husband. So what kind of empowerment it is? So it is these kind of things we discuss, and why the husband should be the owner of the ATM card. So these kind of things we discuss to do it as a process of human empowerment. Another thing is that the climate action, that is the conservation aspect. So in tribal areas, we have just entered into last 7-8 years. But before that, we have been doing in the coastal zone, which is flood and cyclone prone zone. We have experience of this disaster management, and in for climate action, we do plantation activities every year with the women self-help groups and FPOs and other groups, boys groups, school children. And we also started doing that. So how to plant the trees, because of this depletion of this forest, their forest dependency has been reduced. When the forest dependency for food has been reduced, then they have to see for alternate income. There is no alternate income. One is they have to concentrate on livestock, promoting livestock, and farm. They don't have very large size of farms, very small farms. How they can get better income from that small farm? And organic is the thing we are trying so that they will be safe, they will get the safe food, and they will supply also the same. But one thing is challenge is there, that how to certify that and get a better income and selling it at prime things. We are into that process. We will be doing that. And the natural, how they can conserve the water, how they can conserve the biodiversity, like promoting the local types of plants. So the women are we found that women are the main torch bearer in this process by linking with them with income generation, new knowledge, and there is no care for the nature, as well as care for the animals So that is a kind of totally an integrated approach to livelihood promotion for the entire family through the women. I think I should pause here and uh, maybe anybody is interested to have some question or something. Anybody is having any question? Or should I speak in Hindi?
So I can see one question in the chat. What have been the successful livelihoods and what is the most recommended ones? This is from Ganesha.
Yeah. What we have experienced in the context is different for the according to the geography and the culture and the local practice. So when we promote dairy in the coastal parts of area, in tribal areas we promote poultry and goatry. So these are suited to those kind of climate, environment, and to the local practice and their culture. Uh, uh, so, so this is one aspect, and second aspect is that that is suitable to handle. For the when we target the women, so they can handle it. They can handle it properly. They can learn it, and they can continue it. And another aspect I would try to focus is that in coastal part we are promoting fishery, aquaculture, but in tribal areas there is no water, so we promote just goatry, poultry, which are very suitable to the forest area, and there is not insufficient of water, so that's why organic farming by utilizing very less water, those kind of techniques we are trying to provide, and how to conserve the water with small ponds, conserving the water during the at the no their farmland. So and techniques of how to keep the soil moisture retained for longer period. So those kind of mulching and other things we promote over there because soil is a this thing. Another besides this organic farming and this livestock, we promote handicrafts. So in each area, there are lots of tribal handicrafts. I will show you how we are promoting handicrafts over there. After agriculture and livestock, handicraft is the second kind of thing, but it is not no traditional handicrafts they have been doing in different parts. In Kandhamal, we have found that black dhokra. Black dhokra is a brass kind of thing, and you can search that lost wax technique of black dhokra in Kandhamal. So we are promoting that. That was languishing, and with the support from Tata Trust, we have revived again, and NABARD also supported us there. So we started reviving the craft. So what is actually happening due to the food security as well as income unemployment? Mostly the dropouts, boys in the tribal areas, there are most dropouts. Dropout rate is high, and these people are not getting any work. They are migrating. So the migration rate is very high from these tribal areas because food security, they are not no source of income or food, and not only food. Now the people's aspiration is high. They are exposed to the towns and markets, so they should have a no smartphone. They should have a motorcycle. Those kind of things. They are thinking in that way. The now the youth and the local livelihood is not able to provide that, so they have to migrate. So they are migrating out. And we know what is the problem associated with the migration because we have been working with the migration also. So how one thing is that how the women will come to the front foot. And second thing, how the youth will take it up as vocation, not migrating to the uh, outside. So these are the things. So one is agriculture, and that too organic. And second aspect is livestock. And third thing is the handicrafts. In these crafts, we have work. And another, in Kandhamal also, we find the Kandhamal is famous for haldi, turmeric. So we have promoted one turmeric FPO, farmer producer organization, with the support from NABARD. So they have been doing it, no, they're cultivating the turmeric in their field, and they were selling to the sahukars at a very low rate. But when technology of how to preserve it, how to make it powder, how to linking with the different outside markets, so that actually augments their income. So we are not fully no, successful in that, because we are not able to provide what kind of solutions and resources they need right now. But we have started the FPO and organizing the those things. And now we have orders from outside for this turmeric powder. And we'll be ready within 6 months or maybe within 1 year with our full this thing. This company will provide no, kind of, they can handle the orders, outside orders, they can supply directly. So, promoting livelihood, suiting to their lifestyle and culture is one thing, and strengthening their community level institutions is another thing. Because as a NGO, we cannot work over there for a number of years, because no donor will provide you for 10 years, 20 years funds for working over there. So, how to strengthen their community institutions, maybe self-help group, maybe FPO, and create effective government linkages, and increase their entrepreneurial skill, so that when we withdraw gradually, they will take it over the process, and how all the farmers no, congregated together, they will get the benefit of this marketing, their access to the larger market, their bargaining power is increased, so they will get more income, and the process will go on. By the time they must have linked with the government sources, government schemes, approaches, how to do. So that is one thing. But to be successful in promoting this tribal livelihood, one should have a strategic plan. Not only 1 year, 2 year single plan will work over there, because we have to first focus on the social capital, the human capital, how their confidence, how their trust building, confidence building in themselves, they visioning that they can do, they can earn 5,000 rupees per month. Now they are earning less than 1,000 rupees per month. How they can earn 5,000, 6,000, 10,000? Those no, dreams and visions have to be shown to them, and they should own it. They should trust it. They should have confidence to go over there. And to reach there, we have small steps to take. So how small steps will bring them to that aspect, that continuous education and learning feedback we should have with these communities to make the livelihood successful and make their income ensure. Let me have a pause. Any other question? Okay, let me discuss.
Kedar sir, yeah, I just raised my hand, but maybe you're not able to see. But this is
Yeah.
Tarini from HAI, and thank you so much for sharing these insights. It's so interesting to hear from this experience. Sir, I
Yes.
have two questions. One is
Yeah.
you gave an example of how you've been able to work on market linkage and I think exporting also you mentioned, and I think we are seeing this across many organizations that yes, training, production, we are seeing success there, but in terms of market linkage, government linkage, that is a harder thing to pursue. So if you can, what I wanted to know is that how did you go about linking them to the market? How did you find these opportunities? Something we can also learn from. And second, in terms of government linkage. Are there any opportunities for support from Ministry of Tribal Affairs or the Rural Livelihood Missions? Would you have any suggestions on that?
Yeah, sure. I'll do. Before that, give me a minute to show something. I am not good at presentations, so I could not prepare a presentation, but I brought some items you can see. Uh, you can see these items. Can you see? Can you see these items? These products?
Yes.
This is called Dokra product, and these are there are 8 to 9 clusters are there in Odisha, and these are famous in Odisha, Chhattisgarh, parts of Jharkhand, and West Bengal. And there is kind of black dokra that is practiced in Odisha in one cluster. Maybe Chhattisgarh might be having some cluster in black dokra. That is very special dokra. I don't have pieces over here, but this is done. We are intervening in Kandhamal cluster for this mm, this product. Kandhamal cluster is produced. The company is producer company is registered, and they are doing marketing through that. But lots of handholding is required right now. There. Okay, ma'am's question. So I could not see this raising hand. Sorry. One thing is regarding you asked about the marketing. Uh, actually, don't be mistaken me. I am sorry because most of the time we have learned MSW, we have studied MSW, MBA, or some kind of rural development. The students I am interacting with lot of students, taking interns every year, 5 to 6 interns from different colleges, and they invite me to talk to on this social work and how to rural development, the basics and the grassroots approach. But I think that the most of our learning from the childhood till our education up to graduation, post-graduation level, we somehow we are having a kind of top-down approach. So when we think top-down approach, then ma'am asked a question that how the marketing will take place. No, we are into training, we are into design, we are into no hand-holding, we are into technology, we are into credit, finance, everything. We create an atmosphere for production, proper production. But we fail in marketing, and we find it very hard to do the marketing. And even if we do the marketing, after we withdraw, people face the problem of marketing. So this is a kind of actually we face always. When we started also, we faced that thing also. Actually, one has to think the marketing first. Marketing is in the first place. Even if we are going to produce, where it will be sold. Suppose this piece. Suppose I am taking this piece. We are producing, the artisans are producing this piece. This is a traditional piece. And where is the market for this? I have to search, little bit searching for this research work I have to do, where it is being sold. It will not be sold in Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and West Bengal because it is produced over there. It will be sold in Mumbai, it will be sold in Delhi, it will be sold in south parts of India. And see, people, the handicrafts is such a product, the market trends and market preference and market choices change. So this piece they saw in Chennai, this piece they will see in Delhi, and this piece they will in another exhibition in Mumbai. The people they think that okay, oh, the same old things. They always think of new designs, and according to their preference, are we producing new designs? Market-led designs are we producing? If we are not producing market-led designs, we are going with whatever we know, then it will be the market demand will be decreased gradually. So the market is the very no, in the stock market like volatile, very volatile. Market is changing. The preference and people will change. You go to Kala Ghoda, that thing where the most of many no, Europeans, other foreigners, they came. They are very much interested into the antique no craft, very old craft, and very those kind of traditional craft. They are very much interested. But in Indians, they want very cheap product. They don't know how it is prepared. They say it might be prepared by machine. They don't know. But the promoter, the seller, a tribal person sitting in a Mumbai exhibition, he cannot explain properly about it. So somebody has to position your product. You should have a small writing on it, or you should have a story on it, or you should have a catalog with a barcode that somebody can scan and know about this craft. So the techniques are different how to put it into the market. There are bulk buyers. If the buyers, sometimes the buyer provide a design and he asks that I need 3,000 pieces for corporate gifts, but within 3 months. But do this small cluster having 150 artisans, do they have the capacity to produce? So it is interlinked. Market, production, design, and demand. These are all interlinked. So one has to study it properly and go for it. And I will cite one example. These are the traditional products. Okay, they will do it properly. In a particular project, what we did, we invited a no designer from Jaipur. It was a Tata Trust supported project. They provide some money. That's why we were able to provide a very good designer, hire a very good designer from Jaipur. He came here, stayed here for maybe a month or 15 days, and he produced very good new designs. I will show you those designs. Okay, just give me a minute. Prabhakara. See, he produced a range of 20 products. 20 products. Prabhakara. Just give me a minute. Yeah, a new design, 20 designs. Tata Trust catalog. And those designs are very good. And we showed them in the Mumbai market, and Delhi also we showcased it. So there are very good demand for that. New designs, it is very unique kind of thing. So there was a demand. But actually when the order came, these people are very new to it. They just produced it under a workshop kind of condition. And when they got the order, they will primarily they make it at their houses. Their houses are small workshops. But when they fail, then when they are giving you do 10 pieces, you do 10 pieces, you do 10 pieces, then we could not have this uniformity kind of thing. So they failed there. During the firing of this product, they had a major loss of the things. When they produced 10 pieces, out of that 5 pieces came out, another 5 pieces were damaged. So it was something like that. When we introduce a new thing, so it takes a longer time to acclimatize to them. So that is also another challenge. that is also another challenge. You have to face it, and it requires a longer term approach to build the relationship between the market and the production. So it is not a one time or maybe a 1 year issue or 2 year issue. You have to उसके साथ लगे रहना. तो then they will be doing. They will do 1 round, 2nd round, 3rd round, 4th round. For their damages, you have to pay the compensation. So that kind of thing, if happens, if it is stubborn to do these things, maybe 5 years it takes to make them marketable or market-led things. And they are going to the different exhibitions. They have an idea. So they will try to catch some kind of design and try to do it here. And they are very poor people. They don't have to invest much. One day's majduri gone is gone. So they will be starving, those kind of things. So there is a market approach we have to develop. Now this online marketing is there. It is very competitive. So online marketing, we tried, but because of the digital divide, they are not accessible by phone. These producers who are working in Barkhama cluster, they are not accessible by phone. We have to go there. So forget about the internet. But the big designers promoting, self-promoting, as we are helping the artisan sitting in Mumbai and Delhi, they always say that we are providing the training in Zoom meeting, we are providing the design, and automatically they will come up. I never agree to them, their approach. You don't give I always say, don't give them training. You do their handholding. Go there, sit with them, live with them, develop over there, take to them Mumbai market, show them that this is happening. So these kind of handholding will help in marketing. Otherwise, those designs are useless now. Those designs, they are not able to make it properly. And when one order is failed, then nobody will give you order. So these are the bottlenecks in market access of these poor people, where there is a digital device, accessibility is an issue, internet and telephone is an issue, and their vulnerability and their they need to be compensated in many ways to develop all these things. And there is no scheme in I don't think in government tribal affairs you talk to, we have very less interaction with them. Yeah, one department we are working, that DC Handicrafts, Development Commissioner Handicrafts. We were working with them maybe for 15 years. There are good schemes, but there are standalone schemes. Design development, 30 days, gone, forget. Skill development, 45 days, gone, forget. So there is no integrated approach, but at least they were providing some funds, and it is the role of this non-profit who is conceptualized is the total livelihood generation kind of thing. He has to bring more stakeholders to that to fill the gap so that the process is not hampered. So this is the responsibility of the, we always think that we are the non-profit, we are dreaming them, we are giving them a vision. So we have to do. Maybe NABARD is providing something and somebody is providing something. We try to integrate it. But sometimes, in development, there are 3 major things: lacks, gaps, and mismatches. Sometimes there is lacking, and sometimes there is gap. Somebody provided training, but after 1 year, one design will come. So they might have forgot about by the time. So it is the timing and integrated approach, what we say. Mobilizing resources from different sources is okay, but is it integrated? If it is not properly integrated, then the impact will not come. So this is the marketing issues and tribal affairs. Since beginning, we link them. Their company, we link them to different departments like DIC, like their tribal, like DRDA, they have their tribal development, what they call it, a lot of, like in other areas, we have DRDA, they have I forgot the name. वो ट्राइबल डेवलपमेंट के लिए है कोई वो है they are also providing things, but actually the provisioning of one aspect of this total ecosystem is not helping, and sometimes it is जैसे बोलते हैं ना भूतखाना हो जाता है. They are providing them work set. When they provide them work set, there is no light connection, electricity connection. We said it gaps. So there are a lot of gaps in these schemes, implementing in these government schemes. Nowhere I have seen a government scheme for a longer period with an integrated approach. So that's why I am not much interested in those schemes. Yes, sometimes those artisan groups, those groups, they can limp and they can avail. But as a development non-profit social worker, I always see it's an integrated approach. How best we can harness from everywhere and make it happen. But most of the time there are gaps, lot of gaps, and lot of mismatches also. So marketing, whatever we have experienced, I am talking from my experience, but I have not studied marketing. I am a social worker. I have done social work, MSW. I have done master in commerce. I have done diploma in development planning. So the market, special market agencies are there. But there is a very good model. We worked with Sasa Exports. Have you heard the name of Sasa Exports in Calcutta? Anybody from handicraft sector? What they did, they sent the designer to our cluster, and our women artisans. It was in coastal parts. Women artisans produced the items as per their design, and the designer stayed here for 1 month. So after that, after maybe 3 months, he put a small order. The designer was from an export agency, so they put a small order. These women could do it, and they need another guidance. Then again the designer came, rectified their products, and they got within 1 year they got big orders, and their income level grew up. So their tie-up is that marketing agency or that exporting agency should invest something in providing design to this group, and accessing their capacity can take the order and give them orders. So that way it will be integrated with the marketing thing. And me producing at my village and taking it to a Mumbai market, showing it may sell, it may not sell. So there should be integration of marketing agency, then the group and the financer and the export potential. These have production capacity to be mapped, and according to that, they have to link to the outside market. Maybe I talk much. Could I clarify your point, ma'am?
Definitely, sir. So comprehensive and such, very useful insights. Thank you so much for sharing, sir.
Which organization you are from, ma'am? I could not see.
Sir, from HAI.
Huh?
From HAI, Humanitarian Aid International.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
okay. नाम बोलिए फिर तारिणी जी है और कौन?
Yes, sir. Tarini from HAI.
Oh, I
Yes,
have
sir.
not interacted.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody wants to have any question or? Lot of challenges. Actually, there will be n number of challenges working with these vulnerable tribal groups in craft or agriculture or livestock. A lot of challenges are there, and always everybody wants. Look at the CSR funds. I'm not criticizing anybody. But I want to bring the challenge of what the people think at the donor agency level and what actually happens in the field. So I am a practitioner. I love to be a practitioner. And I am continuing my PhD. I don't know. I don't know whether I could finish or not. I am not interested in that. But everybody told that, okay, you have done a lot of things. You do some PhD, one doctor will be added. So I have admitted, but I am not able to give time to that because I work till 11 o'clock at night. But for doing all these things, facilitating all these things for the people. If you permit me, maybe sometimes I will discuss my life lessons, what I was and what I am here and how I am going to be what. So that will be quite interesting for somebody, but this is not the forum to discuss that. But actually what happens? This is the month of January. January is ending, February is approaching. I got call from 2 CSRs. They want to burn their budget because March is coming. They have to burn their budget. Is it development? I don't believe in this kind of development. But see, the vulnerability of these NGOs, non-profit organizations, they don't have money now. Their space is being squeezed in this our current policy as well as compliance. Compliances has been stringent. Rules are become stringent, and the agencies, small agencies, grassroots agencies, community-led agencies are waiting for their natural death. And when this small agency is rooted in the community, they will die. Then how can we do development of this communitarian organization sitting in Delhi, in Bhubaneswar, or in Mumbai? We are not just and they are now being used as the cheap labor by the government and some maybe contract labor by these international agencies. Don't they have a dignity? So I believe as long as these community-led institutions live with dignity and live with resources, then only they can better handle the problems of these communities. We cannot address lakhs of farmers issues or lakhs of artisan issues sitting in here. We have to capacitate the community-led institutions, and capacity building is another issue. We think capacity building is the training, online training. It is not. It is not. It is handholding. We have to handhold them. Otherwise, these trainings will be. I will have my job. You will have your job. Secure your job by doing some projects, getting some projects on capacity building. Now there is a trend of capacity building of FPOs, farmer producer organization. FPO capacity building. Lot of my friends are doing that. Organizing money from registering a company, organizing money from multilateral agencies. I will not take the name. Sitting with the government as their support agencies. These companies are sitting, organizing very huge amount of money. We cannot think of. Just they are managing their salary, making these FPOs as scapegoats. And they're providing them what they're providing just peanuts. Monkey को हम देते हैं ना, उसको ऐसा ही देते हैं. I have been telling in different forums, Bhaiya, Odisha farmers are not Punjab farmers. They don't have tractors like Punjab farmers. They are not even able to pay 1,000 rupees as the shareholder fee to the FPU. Most of them, they have not paid. The promoting agency have paid for on their behalf. This is the truth. And you will try to provide them online training from Mumbai. They must, they're not having fast smartphones. Smartphone, maybe one smartphone in a household, and the husband take it to the bazaar. When the husband come to the return to the home, the child has to make the studies from our COVID time. Now, new tendency is that studies will be through smartphone. So the child will use when the women get a smartphone. The women doesn't have access to the smartphone. And we are talking of women farmers, women artisans, women entrepreneurs. We are involving with them. Even if there is the connectivity is there, and most of the tribal parts connectivity is not there. Smartphone is not useful for them. So we have to devise those kind of community-centric, culture-specific, people's capacity-specific solution in a long run, and be with them as a guide, as a handholder for a longer time, and developing them step by step and reach to a their destination or their point. So that the dream you showed them 10 years back, now after 10 years, you just ask them whether your dream is fulfilled or not. You are earning 10,000, 15,000 per month or not. Your girl, your boy, your children are reading and they are well educated or not. So this is, I believe in this holistic development of the thing. And the vulnerability is, see, we don't have funds. Even if we approach the government funds, it is very schematic. It is one fit to all. One fit to all. A PO scheme is equal to Punjab farmers and equal to the this Odisha farmer. Sorry, let me take this question. Yeah. Okay. You have started actually, have you started a profitable company to promote these handicrafts, or can you talk? Somebody chatted, Amita, Jayendra, and Marthamali, and Stri. Can you please talk and
Yeah, we have started an enterprise on responsible tourism called Strikon. And as part of that, we are also doing merchandise development. But we were very keen that we wanted to work with artisans and give them a fair share. And here in Sindhudurg, in Konkan region, South Maharashtra, we have art of the tribals called Chitrakati. Actually, they have 11 art forms. Chitrakati is one of the painting art forms.
yeah,
So we have partnered with the
like this?
French. No,
Is it like this? This
no,
is a painting. This
I
is
will
painting
just
from Odisha.
no, I'll share. So yeah, so we partnered with them, and then we spoke to some friends in the art sector to see what is the royalty we could give them, because we spoke to a marketing agency and they said 5% and something. I said sorry, that is not what we gave, because that is traditional art from the 10th century. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have to get the value. I mean, that is even a notional value, but even then they have to get that value for that tradition, the whole history, the experience, and the culture that comes with it. So one of our friends in the art sector, he told us that for artists like painters, it is about 30 to 35%. So that is what we have told our Chitrakati partners, that when we are into production, that is the percentage of the royalty that they will get over and above the cost sharing, of course. But you see a lot of places, I mean, so many fancy places all over all capital cities. So it's being sold as a premium, but what the artisans get is not real value. Even NGOs are into this, no? Not just corporates.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell my story. we also, maybe 10 years back, uh, we are not enterprise, we are not for profit. We promote enterprises, but we are not. One project was, we didn't apply, but somehow they get to know that there is a rural tourism project by Department of Tourism some 10-15 years back. They were covering all over India, around 37 sites they selected. 37 sites they have selected. And what they did, their partner was UNDP, Ministry of Tourism and UNDP. So they combinedly they selected 37 clusters, artisan clusters, and they started promoting it. Fortunately, in Odisha, there were two clusters. One is Pipli Applic cluster. Have you heard of Pipli Applic cluster in Odisha?
Yes, of course. I visited also.
Okay, good. And there is another cluster is painting cluster, Pattachitra cluster in Raghurajpur, near Puri. So there are two clusters. There are all traditional clusters, and they selected that. And for implementation of the tourism, how the rural tourism can be promoted, no, keeping these crafts and lifestyles in center. So they had one NGO partners. So UNDP, I don't know how they came to know. They came to us and they said that you become the partner in this implementing partner in this project. And the government, yeah, there are two components. There are two components in the project. One is hardware component and another is software component. Hardware component is the creating the hotel kind of thing. You have structures will be there. The tourist will come and stay there. They will have local cuisine. There will have local tourists and all the other things. That is one part of this hardware construction kind of thing. And another is the software part. Software part, they said that you have to provide them training, design development, capacity building in credit linkages, then those kind of aspects. So what we did, our DSS approach is always working with the women. And women are the most vulnerable kind of thing in this total craft. You see, you buy a piece of applic in 100 rupees, and we calculated only 5 to 8 rupees the women gets who do this hand weaving kind of thing. Applic work, that is called applic work, doing the hand stitching. So all the things, but actually she is not the entrepreneur, she is the worker. We call them this craft worker. They are not the artisans as per the you think they don't have artisan identity card, they don't have any kind of bank account or anything. Just the shopkeeper gives them the items, they have to hand stitch again, give to the shopkeeper. He has to do machine stitching, finalizing and selling. The entrepreneur is the shopkeeper or the person, not these women. So we try to make them entrepreneurs. So all kinds of efforts we did there to making them entrepreneurs. So you said that those margin they will get whenever we failed there because of both the clusters failed, because when the government money came, the government money came to the state government, and state government give the money to the collector. And when the collector, we approached to release the money, the funds, the collector said that I will go for verification. Yes, sir. Very good. Welcome. You come to the verification. Then he ordered the CDPO to verify. The CDPO came to verify. What does he know about craft? This kind of inefficient, I am not blaming the government. Government is a big player, but their approach of working, the people who don't understand, they will teach 100 lessons to you. So that is the major problem. And artisans getting a fair price. You must have know about this fair trade practices. There are big no, they are the members of fair trade forum, but actually the artisan is not getting the fair price. So how to make that, even if whatever we work, we try to make them how they can have the fair price. So we form self-help groups, making them strong. We could not make a FPO over there, artisan FPO over there, but we are thinking also. Thinking means nothing. We should have resources. Resources, the NGO should have resources to promote the whole idea. And there will be a donor who should understand the whole process, not providing money at the January and asking the utilization in the March. This attitude is donor community. This attitude has to be changed. So this is the non-profit only who has to change the people here at the bottom level, who has to change the attitude of the policymakers at the government level, who has to change the attitude of the donor at the policy level, market level. So this is quite complicated, and one has to delve into it. You have to go deeper, and you have to find out the thing. I don't think this. I am the part of this all craft things, but those networks actually they might be doing something. They might be actually my when my artisans are not benefited, then I am not dissatisfied with all sort of networks, O and A design. I am not satisfied. So my artisan has to be empowered, has to be profitable, get some profitable business. So that is my approach. And if you have started, you can put some time, and you must be having better bargaining power with those no networks and exporters, so that they can give a very good no, price to these artisans. I can discuss with anybody. If you have started, you must have expertise in the field. But even if you have expertise in the field, sometimes the field-based knowledge, you must have gone to the sector, their problem, how they are not able to access the market. If they can access, they are getting a very small price. So all these practicalities, how we can solve combinedly. Maybe I have some experience of solving some problem. You must be having some experience in solving some problem. So when we discuss in forums, then a lot of things can be happen. Networks, collaboration, lot of things can happen. But this networks, collaboration, I am interested in who is actually interested for these artisans development. I have lot of people. I have a lot of people coming to my office, to our office, that we want to implement this thing, give some artisans. I cannot name them, but they are very good known names in craft sector. They have mobilized the money before studying the beneficiary. They have mobilized the money. They have to spend. So मेरे को बोल रहे उड़ीसा में ये क्राफ्ट का क्लस्टर होगा, ये 2-3 क्लस्टर हमको दे दो. Give them 2-3 cluster. Give us 2-3 cluster. We will work. Then I ask the simple question: what is your plan? No. We will work with them. We will not work with the NGO. We will work with them. Then you work with them. Who is stopping you? Why are you asking me? If you are asking me, then you have to answer my question. What is your plan? How many years we will work? What is your budget? Then I can help. Otherwise, I cannot help. I may be helped freely, but I have to understand your intention and your approach, and whether it is suiting to my artisan or not. I always say my artisan. They may be not mine, but I always say my means I have an attachment, I have an understanding, I have an thinking about them, and I want always, my want is how they will develop. So that is, I call this my artisans. I will not let you introduce my artisans until unless I know your intention and your plan of action, your budget and everything. So this is the approach of a practitioner, you can say. Yes, yes. UNDP's indigenous tourism project. Yes, yes. This is not. I told mistakenly. It is rural tourism, but it is indigenous tourism project. Yes. Anybody from our? There are very few people because I could not. No. Spread the news because I just got, I missed the mail from Amara sir. So I missed the mail. I got this morning, I got the meeting link. So within 5-10 minutes, I have sent to here and there, but otherwise I could have sent more in my network so that they could join.
Not an issue, sir. I think it was a great session, and I am sure all the people who joined benefited out of your experience and the journey. And definitely, anybody who feels they need the guidance, they can reach out to you from the platform, and we would help to facilitate that.
Sure,
thank you
sure,
so
sure,
much.
sure. Anytime, sir.
And thank you everyone for joining this wonderful session.
Ankushji, can I get a recording of this?
Yes, yes, I'll share that.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ankushji, I will tell in this forum that DSS has a long experience in working in livelihood, particularly with the women. And there is another area that is called disasters. We have experience of managing disasters pan-India. Not only in Odisha, we have responded to Gujarat earthquake, we have responded to Tamil Nadu tsunami, we have responded to Bihar Assam floods. So I have also, as an international volunteer, I have also experience of working in Afghanistan and Bangladesh in this flood management thing. So we have a fair amount of knowledge in disaster management because we see livelihood, disasters, climate change, and gender. We are working around these things. How to link all these things? How the community will be resilient? When the community will be resilient, then livelihood will be resilient. We are talking of resilient livelihoods. So,
Right.
So these are all integrated kind of approach. So we are we welcome the interns. Every year interns come. But my thinking is that these interns, I always want to do the skill formation at the grassroots level. But most of the people are career oriented now. The young people, most probably I find that career oriented. And yes, it is good that career oriented should be good. But always I tell them that only think of that people at the last mile and how my activity is helping those people. Again, I am become gradually I become of the stereotype systems, part of the stereotype systems, and again that the last mile persons will be excluded. So it is happening. So my intention to always ask and engage with very bright young people are there. They are very bright. They are techno savvy. They are very bright, and their thinking also is very deep thinking. They do. So I always want that those minds. How can those minds develop these last mile people? How can we link them? So we don't have capacity to keep them as our staff because we have very poor financial capacity. How they can be? They can have their startups and go along, no way, but some kind of we can that apathy or empathy should be there to the people. So that is there. And we also extend our knowledge, experience to any organization who is approaching us, people visit us. We also acknowledge our failures and why those failures has happened, because of what. We acknowledge that, we understand that, also warn that if this kind of thing is there, there will be a failure. The risk mapping is also very important in development action. The anticipating the risk and from your past experience and keeping some kind of resilience building in this thing. So I am committed to this resilient livelihood for the women along with climate action. So I will be happy to be part of any bigger network, smaller networks, even small NGO, any kind of non-profit organization. I want to provide my experience, share my experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.